Hello, this is William McClay, and welcome to my Milestone 2 review. So the first thing on the rubric is that the tank still moves and shoots from Milestone 1, which is very easy to show. He moves, he can rotate, tank movement, and you can still shoot. That's not the rubric. The game includes 4 AI tanks, which you will see 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is a bounty ship that will show up once I kill 2 of these ships. And then one more. This is the one that flees. Right, and now the 4th ship is right here. It spawns after you kill a certain amount of enemies and you get a certain amount of bounty points. The personality text file is in my enemy's prefab. I just put a very brief description of what they do. So the adaptive enemy is the most versatile enemy. It will patrol, chase, shoot, flee when low, repair, and then patrol all over again. The aggressive enemy just patrols until it sees the player. Once it sees it will chase you until he or you dies. The passive enemy is a civilian explorer ship and will patrol and then flee upon sight of the player. Then the bounty enemy spawns with the player's bounty level exceeds a certain amount. It knows where the player is at all times. It will hunt until either one dies. The chase behavior, which I will show with the aggressive enemy. Once he sees me, he will start chasing me. And then once he gets in range, he will shoot. So right now he's in range, so he's shooting. But if I move back a bit, you will see they're actually both chasing me. I'm being overwhelmed. And then the adaptive enemy, if I get him low enough, he starts fleeing away from me. He's like out. He's like, I'm too low for this. I'm out. The patrol behavior, you can see with the civilian ship. Don't mind him. He's just shooting at me. He is patrolling between his waypoints, which I will show you the passive. These are his waypoints. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. As you can see, he's currently avoiding the boulder. Hearing and seeing. I did not include hearing because that was way too much of a hassle. But if I click on one of these enemies, you will see here is their field of view. So the circle is their range, and then the angle is their view angle. So if you are within this angle of their view range, they will be able to see you. And that's all adjustable in the editor right here, the AI site. So you can move his radius down. I have it at 150 right now, and then their angle is 100. So the AI and the players use the same. They have the ship data and the ship mover. The only different thing is AI personality and the AI site, which is what gives them their AI. And if I click on the player, you will see they also have a ship mover and ship data. Each AI controller is unique FSM. If I open them up, so here's the adaptive, the aggressive, the passive, and then the bounty ship. As you can see, they are all different in some way. The adaptive has the most because he does the most. And as you can see, they all have their own finite state machines. So obstacle avoidance, you saw a little bit of that with the civilian ship, but if you watch this guy, you will see he just turned to avoid that boulder. Let's watch the civilian ship do it. See, oh, there he goes. And then you should see this boulder coming up. There, you saw him adjust a bit. Yeah, so if he's patrolling, chasing, or fleeing, anything movement, he will avoid the boulders. The game manager still exists from, or it should exist. It is not in this scene. So really quick, actually, let me add it. But it is in my other scene, and I obviously have a game manager script right here. So if I add it and then we play, it should get all the enemies and the player. Yep. So it has the player data and all the enemy datas. Bug and error free. I just have this one error, which I don't know what this means, but it's not breaking anything. It's just something about the serialized object. I don't know. Everything's working. I don't know why this error is here. It's not affecting anything from what I can tell, so I would consider that bug free. Comments. A lot of these I commented heavily, like the adaptive. I did some comments in this. Input controller has a ton of comments. The ship mover has a ton of comments. Data, just a bit. It's just like variables and whatnot. Organization, as you can see, everything is in its own little folder. These are the environmental assets. And then I have my materials, my prefabs, my scenes, my scripts. And my scripts, I have them further broken down. AI, level gen, power-ups, spawners. And then these I could probably organize a bit more, but I just have them here for now till I find a common ground for them to go in. And then the minimum requirements, I added a bunch of art assets and whatnot, made the scene all pretty. And then I also have scene switching. So if I go up to this planet, which will give me a second. Probably should make this planet a little bit closer. But space. Space is vast. And it's open. But here eventually, if I get into the collider, eventually, there we go. Then you can see I switch scenes. Alright, and that's Milestone 2.